Welcome! Let's have a look at what they've been doing today. Bricks, bricks, and more bricks. Or blocks.
So this is the end of the week. Friday today, everyone's knocked off. So for 1 week, they've been working on making bricks for 1 week straight. They've had 2 molds and a cement mixer and 5-6 boys.
5-6?
They've been, it's as fast as we can. We've gone through a ton and maybe a half of concrete. A little over a ton, I think it's less than half. A little over a ton of concrete. So we're gonna figure out how many bricks we have all here and tell you the exact number on how many bricks they can make in 1 week. So we got 606 block. That's about average of 120 bricks per day.
And how many do they need for the house?
I need like 780, 750 blocks just for this area here. So they're a couple of 100 blocks, 200 blocks short of having enough for the rooms. And then the concrete saga will end.
Hopefully.
Or begin, because then we got to do rendering. And then that's just like
Oh.
a million tons of concrete. Mind you, if you haven't seen how we get the concrete here, we'll do a quick little montage. It comes in by longboat over the channel.
I'm well over carting concrete now.
So there's many different ways that we've done it. We've found every other possible way other than walking every bag up the hill of doing it. So because we're lucky enough that the hardware is on the water, so you just load a longboat and then either our longboat or someone else's like a boat taxi, load their longboat, cross the channel, and then if your car decides to throw its head gasket out the window, then you got to use someone else's car, or you can use your car that's likely to snap in half because the chassis is rotten, or run out of fuel at the front of the school today. We didn't video that, but did we? Got halfway to the landing, ran out of fuel. It's always an adventure. Yeah, and then we got one of the taxi drivers on the island to bring up half the concrete in his car, and then we went back and then filled that car up and then filled that car up with concrete and bring it up here. So we're finding out every single different method of transporting concrete bags.
Yay.
Yay. The boys at the boat taxis are like, don't buy any more concrete.
Yeah, they're sick of us using their boats. They want our boat back in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect time to fix a boat is when your toe's pooped. But tomorrow should be exciting. We're going to be putting paint down.
Yes. We were painting the primer this afternoon.
I'm going to go through and make a big mess first. Sand all this bottom side, the gunnel, off the sides. And then I'm going to go through with the grinder and take off all the excess fiberglass, and then we're going to get Brookie on the sander and start sanding it down for the primer.
Hopefully we get the primer on today.
Yeah, and then sand it and then primer on.
We need the boat back in.
A little bit of butter, they call it, bog, on the hole because it's a little bit of a dimple and I missed one spot. So primer, hopefully the primer is setting this afternoon. Hopefully that's a win for today. Yeah, the water's always flat here. It's kind of a pain in the ass not to have the boat in the water, but we're getting there. Because it squished my toe, it's going to serve me many years of abuse. I'm going to fix it and then I'm just going to abuse it. There's going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to be a noble steed.
Mixing your primer?
Yep. It's going to be hard to tell where we've done.
Are you excited?
Yes, finally some paint.
I'm excited.
My toe. I'm burning. Oh, burned so good.
What?
That's the colour there. That colour there, it's like a skin colour. So you tell me if that's going to look good on the boat or not down there. That's 100 mil. So from here, this way is black, because that's the anti-foul. And from here to here is that reddy, light browny, reddy colour.
That we're going to try and make look like wood.
Yeah, it's not brown.
It is brown, it's just a red brown.
Yeah. I just don't want it to look pink.
Nah, it should be right.
That's what my concern is. hopefully it doesn't look too bad. First pour into the... Oh, it's not hurting my toe. Oh, it's like...
No.
I don't know what to do here. Make a mess.
Where's the roller? Once you pour it, use the roller to wipe up the paint. Do you need help?
No.
Oh, okay, stop.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
I'm doing it.
You are banned from paint.
You said just pour it and then use the thing.
Oh my. You're a disaster.
Oh, it's clear.
Oh. That's very thin.
Yeah. For a primer, I thought it would be thick. I did think that when I was mixing it, I could hear it.
Is there another roller
Like a thicker one.
brush that might be too thin?
This is just a King Gloss or something like this.
While we waited for the primer to dry, the local mamas performed what they call a traditional water dance. The sounds that they make with the water is really quite fascinating. Unfortunately, the wind did block a lot of it, so this is the best we have so far. Hope you enjoy. Day 2. The primer is set and we're on to
I'm
anti-foul.
going to put the anti-foul on and we're just going to hand sand some bog. And then anti-foul, which will be 100 ml down from this.
We decided to follow this line.
100 ml down.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully by this afternoon it's set enough that we can put tape on it. Probably won't be, I might have to do it tomorrow.
I reckon
And
tomorrow.
then the sides will be brown. And then once that's done, flip it back over. And then scratch her on the way out.
Oh,
And then put her in the ocean at high tide. But once you've got like 10 buoys or something, it'll be much easier.
Yeah.
To flip it over and try and not drop it on your toe.
our first marking
So we
out.
put some tape on for the anti-foul to go down first. And then it's a little bit crooked, but we're going to fix it up on the colour side of things rather than the anti-foul side of things. I'm probably doing it wrong. Anti-foul's probably meant to go on last. What are you doing?
Trying to shut this. Yeah, spray it your
That's
way. Ready?
no, don't. That's anti-foul. That's really bad for you.
Yeah.
Good job. Covered in anti-foul. Guys, the boat's all been anti-fouled. We have a plan. We're going to do the colour as well today. We're going to paint that colour, and then paint this afternoon, because this is 6 hours, and then this is 24 hours, and then tomorrow we're going to paint it, and then pull the tape off. So the tape is going to come off this afternoon. So paint, and then, I don't know, paint, tape off, paint, tape back on. Something like this.
How good does it look? We still got to do another coat of the anti-foul this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning we'll come down and move the tape up, do the final coat of the brown, and then the following day, or maybe later on, I want to put some black wood grain painting on the brown so it looks like a canoe. That's the plan. Second coat of anti-foul.
Number 2 coat anti-foul.
Number 2. Let's go.
And the tape comes off.
Yeah, that'll be the good bit when the tape.
And then reveals a big white line.
Yeah.
Hurry up, pull the tape off.
Got all this.
Hurry up. Quickly.
I'm nervous. Alright. From the back?
From the back.
It's gonna have the ugliest white line.
Ew.
It kind of looks more like a lolly now.
Like a candy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, very nice.
Wasn't the plan to have a white line, but here we are.
Oh, what is that?
Wow! You're not meant to show that bit. It reminds me of something. Does it remind you of something?
Looks like the PNG flag.
No, it reminds me of something else.
Oh, is it continuing?
Should we keep the line?
Now it looks pink. Rightio, so it's a Sunday and we've decided to go milling. So I'm just driving in the truck carefully without running over a stump. There's plenty of stumps around and not stalling the truck. But yeah, the milling is starting. Yes, finally. We're going logging. We've got the quad bike with the machine on the back and the kid on the front with the 22 just in case he sees a pigeon. And we've got the rest of the gear in the back of my truck. It's an old tray from a car. Perfect little logging vehicle. Rightio, so this piece here has broken off here, and this runs this way, and this piece has to spin like this on that chain to drop the height of the mill. So I've been tasked with welding it back up. They seem to think it was cast, but I think it's not, but we're going to try anyways. So hopefully all goes well. Righto, so that's the breakdown all done. There was a bit of plastic that got burned in there, but that's all you're going to get. So we'll take it back to the boys and get them set up. Righto guys, I just went for a walk back to the house. Got some water and a strap because we're going to strap the timbers to the roof of the other car because the other car's got a broken engine. You can only do one run on it basically. Also, Brooke is down the bottom painting the boat, so I wonder how she's going. So, well, Chucky's down there.
Good morning everyone, we're down at the boat shed this morning. Or shed. We're coming to finish off the paint job. So Sandy's off milling with Kenny and I'm down here to finish the boat so we can get it in the water hopefully by tomorrow. So today we're just going to tape it up, paint the rest of the brown, and then I want to paint like a wood grain on it. So we'll see how that turns out. Let's do it. Alrighty. So we've taped now above that white line. So that's where the tape was sitting. So I've put tape along the anti-foul line and I've left a teeny, oh you probably can't even see it, a teeny tiny bit of black so that there's definitely not going to be any white and the brown will overlap the black. So we'll go and put another coat of brown all here and then we'll put the wood grain on. So that's the last coat of the brown. I reckon we'll go ahead and pull that tape off now. There we are, no more white line. I reckon it looks schmicky. So now I've got a few different ideas for the wood grain. So I'm going to give it a go. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird and it goes with the look that we're going for to try and get it to look like it's made of wood, but obviously not. I'm having a bit of a predicament with this wood grain. I'm not loving it. So I don't know whether I try again. I've chose to do it on the back so it's hidden behind the motor so I can muck it up. Don't know whether I try again on the wood grain or I throw it out and just do some sick design on it. This is my freehand wood grain. I know people do it with a tool and that looking more tribal than wood grainy, and I'm thinking that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Right, so I've decided it's not what we're going for. So I've made a tool because I did a bit of Googling on how to make wood grain. So apparently this you paint and then you drag and pull and twist and whatever and it makes a better wood grain. So we're going to give it a shot.
Rightio, so we've moved from one log to the next.
So did we get them?
Hey? Yes, yep. Making sure the truck doesn't fall away. So we just moved from one log to the next and another log's over here. And we just loaded up the Cameo, which is this truck, to do one run because it boils, because it's over here. The head gasket's broken, so we do one run with all the gear and some timber and then we put it on charge and let it cool down, use the other truck, do small runs, and then we go. Day one milling on a Sunday. This is all our valiant efforts. So we got a bunch of 6x2s and a bunch of 2x4s. 6x2s will be like this one. The 6x2s in our house will be these ones. And then the 2x4s will be like in here, these ones. So yeah, a bunch of green milled timber, lumber. 2 trees similar size, about this round, and one was this long, and you can maybe see one was a bit shorter than the other, but only by much, not much. So we're going to go through and count everything and see how much we got out of 2 trees. 2 trees.
And you got first grade and second grade.
First grade.
And a slab.
Geordie, the green man. It's like, no, this one is second grade. And just perfectly piled first grade, and then second grade. And we're going to cover it up and let it dry for a couple of days, 3 days I think, and then it's got to be covered in the tarp, otherwise the sun will burn it and it'll warp. So we're getting there. That's some timber for them to start with on our house.
Woo.
We just need like this much here, and then this much here, and then this much.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of timber.
So what are you cutting tomorrow? Decking timber? Or still more of that?
They have specific sizes and types that they use for certain trees. So structural trees like this Nakatumble it can't be out in the weather. It's got to be treated to make it last the longest, and it's the structural. So it's like a structural. They said it's like a pine. This is like a pine, and then the Natura is the strongest and it's most weather resistant. So it can go outside and be a frame like this. That's not the Natura, but it can be a frame like this, and it'll just, that's Natura. That little tree house there, or garden shed. It can be like that and it'll just stay good, it won't rot. And then bean tree, tomorrow they're going to do some more of this, which is a 1 by 6, 1 inch by 6 inches, or 25 by 150. And that's going to be decking. They're going to just all decking.
Is it a pretty one that they're doing for decking?
Like Natura, I think he said it's yellow and then it turns red.
Right.
Good for decking. Geordie was like, yes, it's good for decking. I was like, okay.
They know
They
best.
ask me sizes what I need for my house, and I say, these are the sizes I need, and then you get to a tree and they're like, we're going to do this size for this tree because this is how good it is. So it's like, okay. It's like a recommendation rather than what, that must be it. They're like, they don't look at a tree and go, oh, that's going to be this, that tree is for this, and that tree is for that, obviously. And not all trees are the same, even if they're the same species. Some trees have a hole in the middle of it. Like we'll show you the Natura is like the best of the best, and the only Natura we cut down had a hole through it. So we're gonna make that into like furniture.
Or a kitchen bench.
Kitchen bench. So it's a hole like that in the middle of it, so there's not point running the mill over it. So we're just gonna rip it, they call it, with the chainsaw. But I'm ashamed to cut the tree down and then it not get milled. I'd rather it stay up, but it's down. We're going to use it for something. I don't care what we use it for. But yeah, this is day 1 of milling timber on an island in Vanuatu.
Ooh.
Ta-da! Sunday, mind you.
Ta-da!
Island time on a Sunday. We did such a good job. And young George, he was like my reverse camera. Go, 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 go. Stop. Okay. Go forward, go back, go forward, go back. It was good. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. First time ever milling timber, ever. Exciting.
After a big day of milling, we headed off to the village as they were having a fundraiser and were selling some food. So we thought we'd head down there and get some traditional food for dinner.
Okay, island food reviews. This is all native local food that's been made in the village. We went for a big drive, big walk, and we've got deep fried little fish. Not very big, but these are good. These go hard. I've had this before. These go hard. You just do this. Pull the meat up. Small snack. Tastes like deep fried fish. And then you get the head and you just go eat the brains.
Wow.
This is taro with coconut milk inside of it, and they bake it with like hot stones, like a cup murray / hangi. Dig a hole in the ground, hot stones, banana leaves, banana leaves, hot stone, blah blah blah. You get their picture. And this is taro, water taro, with a dimple of cream in it. So we're just gonna try that. Yum. I got a lot of the cream this time. So it's like a coconut cream and then like a very starchy potato. But it doesn't taste like potato, it's more sweety. But it's a bit too much starch. I got a lot of food to eat here, so I put it down. And now we're going to go to the lap lap. We're going to try this one. So they put the lap lap with the chicken. So lap lap is they grind it up with these special stones. Just they grind up yam, and then they put like a... Nearly lost it. They put the chicken leg with it. So normal chicken leg with a bit of yam, lap lap. We're going to try this one. I haven't had this one before. It's yummy.
What is lap lap?
It's the special stones, and they grind it up, grind the food up. It's like a sort of a porridgey consistency, bit salty, bit starchy, but I don't know what they do with it.
So it's like a mashed potato.
Yeah, it's like mashed potato, but it stays together, like a fufu, but that's a African thing. It's cool, but alright, we'll go to something else before I guts myself and can't eat anything.
You got 2 more lap laps yet?
So now we're going to try a banana lap lap. And then this one you can see has been wrapped in the island cabbage. They have a name for it. I can't remember what the island cabbage is. Island cabbage. But I haven't had this one before yet. This will be bull banana or plantain banana.
Does it taste like Sambora?
No. Sambora is different. This tastes different, eh? Doesn't taste like banana at all. Looks like the colour of banana. Tastes more like... I don't know. Like a sweet potato. A salty sweet potato, but not as runny, more consistent. Like you can see that lap lap is a very like sort of a cakey pudding type feeling, if you know what I mean. Substancey. Still good. Still amazing. And now for my personal favourite. Cassava, manioc, lap lap. So you can see it's like a, I think they call it fui or something, the Africans.
Wow.
Cassava has its own taste. Tastes nothing like potato. Super starchy. If you don't cook it properly, it's toxic. Has a toxin in it, but still that same sort of gelatin, but still starchy consistency. And I think it's the consistency that I like the most.
What's in it? Is that chicken in it?
So it's all got meat in it. It's all got chicken in it. But you can put pig, pork. One of the locals was saying that they will cook a big feast of like any of the lap lap, like a big one. And then they'll bake it with pork on top of it. Like they butterfly the pork in half and they'll bake it all together, all in one roast. I'll be in there for that one. But yeah, this is all the different types of lap lap. This one's still my favourite, the cassava, because it has a bit of like a... When they cook it, it gets like a burnt, crispy piece on top, and it almost looks like cheese, and it gets crunchy like cheese, but obviously there's no cheese in the village. But if I would eat lap lap every day of the week, and I'd be happy. All the island food on the island, all reviewed.
Alright guys, it is Monday. We've headed down to the block here. Sandy's behind me. Say hi. And we're going to show you our very first blocks of the spare bedroom. There we are, our very first row for the spare bedroom, and that's the door there. And he's gone and I guess marked or put these beams on all 4 corners, which must be for the string lines to make sure that it's all correct. But yeah, our very first blocks down on the bedrooms. Exciting. Do you think it'll go quickly, Sandy?
Now I got the blocks. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I was daydreaming. I was looking at the weather. The weather is really shit at the moment.
Do you think the blocks will go pretty quickly for the bedrooms?
That like last week took a while because they were making them. Because like obviously you can go to town to buy them, but why would you buy them when you can make them? You know, less trips. And they're better quality. The ones in town are more yellow, got more sand, and these ones have got more concrete and so stronger. Anyways, last week went slow. This week will go quite fast. So hopefully they've got a couple of walls up this week. Maybe in the next 2 weeks they'll just be doing the outer perimeter and the inner of the hallways and the walls, and then after that, I don't know, should we do rendering like on the outside and the inside, or should we skip one wall, or should we like not render the inside, not the outside, or just do the job properly? Probably better.
Just do it properly.
Yeah, I reckon. And then that week will take a while. That'll be like a 1 week, probably longer of rendering.
Yeah.
That'll make it slow. And then after the render's done and the walls are done, we can start on building the next stage of the roof. So we get to bring something different from town. We get to bring kappa or corrugated iron or steel roofing, as they call it.
Woo!
I think we're going to go a green colour.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So when you look at it from the bay, you can't see the house.
Like a eucalypt green.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin the landscape.
Yeah.
Eucalypt green. And yeah, I think there's going to be a million sheets of that.
Woo!
But yeah, we got to talk about like the shapes of the roof. Like, so it'll be the bathroom peak, and then it'll be the bedroom peak, and then it'll be the living area peak. Like 3 peaks or something like whatever's the strongest, whatever collects the most water, whatever is structurally the best. I do care about what it looks like, but I don't want it to be
compromised strength.
Because you could do one big roof and not have a brick wall here at all. You could just have like a timber wall and then a big grand roof.
No, I reckon we make this a bunker as well. And then you make your living room from
Because
that.
at the end of the day, the view behind me, yes, it's great to have a view, but if you get a cyclone coming from the northeast this way, and you get the directions that come across the bay and then up, all these trees in front of you is shrapnel, and then if your peak comes out like the bathroom, that's it'll pull the roof off. So we want to be super strong. We are from places that are prone to cyclones, so we know what our house needs to be cyclone proof. Obviously we want to be here for a long time, so I'm going to build a house that's going to be strong. It's going to be over engineered, but in a good way. I would much rather it be a lot stronger than just a stick house put together and then it just falls to pieces in one cyclone. Not to mention the cyclone straps I'm going to be concreting in the ground secretly. Yeah, big chunks of concrete all probably under the deck. They'll go up and over the roof. And then you ratchet strap that house to the ground. It ain't no joke. Those who watched in the last episode or previous episode detonated my toe on this foot. Doesn't slow me down too much. I just can't dive and can't go hunting, all the fun things. Yeah, and I just got a bit of a limp because I can't put any weight on it. But basically what the doc told me was fractured the end of your toe and tore all the meat from the toenail, front of the toenail, all the way down underneath the toe. So I've like half my toe, but not like more horizontally, like the bottom half of the toe than the other way. So I'm just walking back. I can't hear the mill going, so we're just gonna go see what's going on.
So as you would have seen, we were just checking out. Kenny came to do a second day of milling, so I was just having a look. I've not seen the mill working before, so it's pretty interesting. So they've been cutting all day today. I'm just heading to the block now to see what Joel and the other guys have been up to today, but it seems like it's been very productive so far. which is good. All right, so while Sandy's helping finish up with the milling, I've just come down to the block and have a look at this. Oh my, it's getting serious now, holy. So this is how far they've gotten pretty much in a day. So we've almost got our little room happening. So have a look at that. We're now 3 blocks high all the way around. That's super exciting. And he's got his string lines up for the next lot of bricks. And he was saying he needs some more, they call it wire, 10 mil wire, some more Rio bar. So we'll get some of that tomorrow. How good is that? We've got a room happening. We could almost stand in there. I reckon tomorrow, if they do another 3 high, what's that one? We're sitting about here. Once it gets over our head and we can stand in there, I think it's going to be pretty cool. But check that out. Good work, team. Tomorrow we'll get some more Rio for them. I think Kenny, the timber milling guy, is going to do 1 more day to finish off the timber that we've cut down. And then happy days. All right, we got there. I think I've finally got it. I just had to wrap my head around how the wood looks and how to do the grain. The tool was a fail. I'll show you the tool and then I'll show you what I've done just by hand. So that's the tool. So that looks silly, I think. So then I've gone and painted by hand. Oh, come around this way. And it started raining as well. So now there's water all over it. But I've gone and painted wood grain along the boat there. I think it looks pretty good. We can always add another colour in there to make it look a bit more like wood, but definitely looks better than my first attempt. And I've also made it a lighter brown than the dark brown, so it's a bit more subtle. So yeah, I'll try and do the other side of the boat this afternoon just because I've got the paint mixed up already, but we're having dramas with rain, so I'm not sure if I should keep going on the front or not. So our little house leaked right there. So I've painted to here and I'm wondering, yeah, it's dribbling still. I'm gonna leave it for now and do this side.
Okie dokie, we have a major revelation.
A revelation or a adjustment?
Something important. So we were talking about shortening the house to accommodate the main bearers, because obviously we've got bush here, jungle, that we can lucky enough to and fortunate enough to mill out of, and we want natural main bearers, and we're only limited to how many we can. And so far we've got 3 natural main bearers, maybe 4, which will be the front, and then the rest of them got to be 10 by 10 or 8 by 8 or something like around the side. But basically it's like every 4 meters you want a main bearer. And because we've only got limited main bearers, we've spaced it out from 19 meters down to 16 because that's 4 fours. And then you can, each corner is 2 and then 2 in the middle. So it'll be a short main bearer down there because it's got to go from the ground to the deck and then to the roof line. It's this one here that's the problem. I did a bit of a math calculation and it has to be about 2 meters underground and about 8 meters in the air, and that was about a 10 meter natural post, and that's well beyond the top of that palm tree. So
Good luck.
To try and find a natural tree that's straight, that is the right tree, not a random tree like this. It's just no good. Like a pine tree in a pine forest in somewhere like North America, you can use that as a main bearer all day long. They grow perfectly straight and they can treat it whatever. But here in Vanuatu and in the jungle here, things grow a little bit. So we've shortened the house by 3 meters lengthways, and we spoke about shortening it widthways, which we knocked on the head. So it's going to stay the same width. It's just 3 meters shorter to accommodate how many posts. And the smaller the house is, like roughly, the stronger it is anyway. So it's just because of the slope, because of the natural grade of the slope. It just made this corner too long. So we're basically gaining sort of 2 meters of ground level to push up higher into our roof. It's a bit complicated, but it's not really. I save on a bit of money to spend somewhere else. And like, to be honest, 3 meters is where I'm standing to here. It's not going to make that much of a difference.
From that pole to
The only difference it'll make is seeing around the corner to one of the neighbouring islands. So you got this side, Santo, and then you got another island, a passage through the middle. You just see another island, but we got plenty of islands to look from here anyway. So yeah, we're just lucky that fortunate enough that we have the flexibility to be able to even go, we don't want that bit. So we're going to shorten it to make the house stronger. Okie dokie, look at the progress. So last week they've been building blocks, and now they've put 3 rows higher than what they did last time. So the spare bedroom is nearly done. They've made some really big windows, which is good. 2 meter long windows. I said 1500 by 1200, and they're 2 meters by 1200. Oh well. The other one's 1500 by 1200, but I'd rather a bigger window. I say to them, I want a big window, but if it's too big and not strong enough, don't do it. And they know. Like you can see, they built the toilet like a brick shit house. That is a brick shit house.
The definition of...
Maybe we should call it that's called the brick shit house now. Okay, back to what are we doing? Yeah, they're building... We bought them more wire today from the hardware. Some Rio bar, they call it wire. So Rio bar, 10 mil, to get up to the 2.3 meter walls. And then once they've got that height, they're going to move over to here. And then they're going to keep a gap for the sliding wall. And then what are they going to do after that? They're going to start doing the roof, I suppose. No, that once all the walls are up, we've got to start putting in our main post, because we've got to put roof over the deck. So once those main posts go in, they can start making the roof this side, because we're doing 2 roof sections. So we're doing bathroom, that's the bathroom peak, and then we're doing like bedroom peak, and then we're doing like the timber over the kitchen living room, which is a bigger peak again. So it'll be like 3 little peaks. Once they've done the walls, main bearers, 6x2s around the outside, 4x2s on the inside, decking, and then the roof goes on.
Woo.
Yeah, and we've got 6x2s milled. That's what we've been doing all week. And we've got the 4x2s milled. That should be enough for that deck. And we've got the 1x6s or 6x1s, as I keep getting corrected by Geordie. Geordie is the weapon milling person. He's got OCD on milling. It's the best thing ever. I'm going to buy him a chainsaw. One day I'm just going to buy him a chainsaw, and it's going to be his chainsaw. 6x1, which is the decking. That should be enough to do that corner there, and we'll have more left over. And then hopefully with the timber we got enough timber to make the deck off this house, and then the roof that covers it. Hopefully there's enough to do that, and then we'll have to get some more timber for here. But I don't know, it's hard because I don't see how far timber goes. You know, I've only just learnt that a tree this round that's 6 meters long will make like 20 or 25 6x2s, you know, and then maybe double that in 2x4s, and then triple that in 1x6s, you know. I've only just learning it. There's another tree over the back here that's got to be milled as well. 2 more logs left to mill. We're probably going to shut the milling down for a bit, and then we're going to worry about main bearers, and then after that, hopefully we've got a roof, and a roof and a half porch, and then once that's all like plastered, rendered, and the toilet's done, maybe we can move in.
Woo. And
then it's just the 2 concrete houses with a doorway that leads to nothing. Yeah, and then our house will be a workshop. So pretty much what's going to happen is we're going to build a little house, which is not even a little house, it's a big house. But we're going to build this house, and then we're going to build the deck out off here. And once the walls and the deck is on, then we're going to put the roof over the top, and then we're going to set this up so we can live in it, and then we're going to build that side of the house. So it's going to be done in like phases. So bathroom was phase 1, concrete house is phase 2, and then it's like an extension off the concrete house is the rest of the house. So, because like we want to be living in it. We don't want to be, you know, waiting for a house to get built, and it's a 2-year build. We should talk about in here. All right, let's go. This is what they've done today. They've done all of this today. Last time I saw it was 3 rows high, and they've done another 3 rows.
Plus, we've got some windows.
So
Look, you can walking in the door.
Walking in the door. That's not a. Normally, they have a very bad tendency of making things like.
Yeah.
Unless you hit your head.
Yes.
But, you know, this is the 1500 by 1200, so it'll come up to here and it'll be 1 row of bricks. So that's the 1500. I'm not checking their work, I know their work's good. And then 1200, which is there. And then once you do this, 1200 up there, that should be 2100 at 1200, and then you've got 2 bricks, which is 200 each brick. So then 2 high, because it's 2300 bricks or something like this. 2300 high walls. That's what the bathroom is, anyways. And this is the 2-meter jungle. 2.10 to 100, 2.2. I don't know where they got a number from, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. This is the jungle window. This is where you go when you have an earthquake, you jump out the window. Anyway.
Sure.
But also something else that's exciting is you can see these bricks that have like a little ripple in them. These ones. These ones. I made that. I made the mold for that. And now it's building my house. So that's exciting. It's exciting to see something that I created. Like this one here, this is definitely one. This here. So the reason that line's in there is because I didn't have enough steel to like make a full sheet. So I joined like little bits and pieces to get that height. And that was the gap. I didn't fully weld it because if you weld it, it'll just like distort. So I just stitched it. And that's the bit of the concrete coming through. Some would say I messed it up and had to weld it up again. Timber! Look at all this timber. This is all this one's a 6x2. And that was another 6x2. This one's 1x6. Structural decking. This is all the products of milling for 1 week. Well, 2 days. And this is going to be parts of our house. So all this timber here, all that timber there is all going to be all parts. Timber reveal.
Timber reveal.
So this is a version of the New Zealand pine that they have here in Vanuatu called Nakatumble. But it's not a pine tree, it's just a version of it. The same strength and timber like, but it's way stronger.
And I love the colour. Show the colour
it's
there.
got like a real mad grain in it. Real black and
then it goes to like a white.
yeah, it's a. You'll see it once it's on the house. And there's a few tables that we're going to make out of it. So there's tables there, and Chief Miller, Kenny, the person that's running the mill, he's actually going to slab one off the bottom as well. So we have a nice like 40 mil thick slab table. So yeah, milling is done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, especially subscribe because we're trying to get the subscribers up so we can build more stuff. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later.